Hi, today's date is October 1st, 2021. For today's video source inspection, we have a fully refurbished 870 S model as in Sam, spin rinser dryer. Due to confidentiality reasons, I will not share my customer's identity with you, but so they can identify this tool on their YouTube channel, their PO number is 451-449-967, and our customer is in Texas. They normally send us one SRD head at a time, but this time we got the whole double stack. So you see some beautiful, like new appearing poly. We did a great job cleaning this tool up. I'm going to discuss our refurbishment process, share some info about our spare parts and service support, as well as name off some equipment we provide at Sitek, while we show that this SRD double stack is fully functional and ready for plug and play installation into our customer's fab. The recipe we'll be running today is a 30-second rinse at 500 RPMs, followed by a 10-second purge as we ramp up to 1800 RPMs. We'll stay at that higher speed for dry 1 for 90 seconds, 1800 RPMs, before we slow it down for an elongated dry 2 at 500 RPMs for 230 seconds. This is where we really let our heating elements do the drying action, as we go up in speed to sling as much excess water as possible off the wafers. So before we get started, let's take a look at what we're running up top. We have a 6-inch cassette, full boat of wafers, N2 is purging into the bowl, so we are ready to rock up top. Now on the bottom head, N2 purging in the bowl, we got a 6-inch cassette, full boat of wafers. All right, the tricky part is I'm going to try to start them at the same time. So let's begin. Pretty good. All right, we're on our rinse. During our rinse, you're going to see the waterfall down the window. When we speed up and go into our purge, that's when the water will start slinging in a circular motion. And as we progress through the recipe, there will be less and less droplets of water on the windows as we go on, to the point where you almost can't see any at the end. So we're going to speed up in 3 seconds, and I'll let you know how we get these tools refurbished. All right, there's the circular motion. We're getting up to 1800 RPMs, and we're going to stay at this speed for 1.5 minutes for dry 1. Every SRD that comes to Sitek for refurbishment goes through the same extensive refurbishment process. First, we take the tool and break it down to the component level. That means we pull the heads out of the poly first and foremost, and then we break it down completely. Once all the tools are broken down, we chemically clean and electropolish all the metal parts, as well as individually test every part for function. We're at 1800 RPMs. We have about 1 minute left. We're running nice and smooth on both of these SRDs, and so far so good. Once all the parts are prepped, that's when we start building bare SRD head assemblies, still no poly yet, from the ground floor up. Once we build up the entire SRD head assemblies, that's when it reaches our first quality control checkpoint, which we call dry test. In dry test, we will inspect and test the SRD for full function, but without facilities installed. After dry test is complete and adjustments are made to the SRD head assemblies as necessary, the tool goes into our second QC checkpoint, wet test. This is where we test and inspect the SRD for full function with facilities installed. All right, we got 10 seconds left, and that's when we're going to slow it down for dry 2. And as you can see, there's already far less droplets of water on each window, maybe 20, 25 drops. Okay, so about roughly 4 minutes, and then that'll be the end of our recipe. Once the tool passes our wet test, it's the last configuration and the last quality control checkpoint, final test, which you see before you today. If a customer sends us SRDs to be refurbished with poly, like in this case, boom, poly. This is exactly how the tool is going to look in our customer's fab, and it's exactly how it's going to operate. In addition to filming a video source inspection and final test, and putting on any poly as necessary and setting the heads properly into the SRD poly frame, we will also run over 50 various recipes with different speeds and times. We call this burn-in testing. This ensures that the SRD is ready for plug-and-play installation into our customer's fab. Now, it's not a requirement to send in a double stack every time. Like I said earlier, they will pull single heads from this fab that we're working with today, and they'll put them in a special box, and they'll just ship us bare SRD head assemblies. It's not always with the poly. In fact, it's usually not. Okay, so we got 2.5 minutes to go. Let's talk about spare parts and service. Sitek is the worldwide leader in semi-tool spare parts and service. Parts we provide include, but are not limited to, door seals, windows, start and stop switches, pressure switches, N2 filters, heater cartridges, heater blankets, anti-static eliminators, modules, then rotor stop positioners, tach sensors, ACR valves, solenoid valves, motor isolators. 100% of the spare parts needed to upkeep your SRD, we can provide. Now, I didn't mention the larger components. This is because we also repair these larger components. Controllers such as 101s, 102s, 228s, and 328s. Amps, including the LC4s and LC5s. We rebalance rotors, and we also repair motors. This tool uses brushless motors, but we also repair the brush type. All these larger components I just mentioned, we can provide in new or refurbished condition. If you have any questions, give us a phone call at 916-797-9000. Or you can email us. Our email address is sales@sitekprocess.com. Or you can go ahead and go to our website, www.sitekprocess.com, and submit a formal RFQ there. Okay, we're running nice and smooth. We're right at 500 RPMs. We have just under 1.5 minutes left in the recipe. You can barely see any droplets. I can barely see anything. I can't see anything in the top. And I see maybe 2 drops on the bottom window. This SRD is running great, it's running smooth, it's quiet. Our customer is going to be very happy. So in addition to SemiTool, we are the owner of Vertex spin rinser dryers. We bought this product line from Martech a couple of years back. So we are your connection for Vertex spare parts and service, as well as Vertex refurbishments. So if you need to reach out to us, we can help you out with Vertex too. All right. So we obviously provide SemiTool and Vertex spin rinser dryers, or SRDs. That's not all we can do. Customers are pleasantly surprised to know about our equipment support capabilities when it comes to providing other fab equipment. Tools we can provide include box washers such as the HTC 8010, 8020, and 8030. Mask cleaners including K&S and Ultra T models. Metrology tools including profilometers, ellipsometers, resistivity, and more. We provide barrel ashers and etchers, YES ovens, as well as a variety of microscopes. And we have spray solvent tools in stock, so give us a call. So when the clock strikes 0, it's still not safe to open the door. When we hit 75 RPMs, the RSP, the rotor stop positioner in the back, will fire these into 12 o'clock, like so. And then we need to wait for the door seal to deflate, release all air. So there's the top and the bottom. Let's see how we did. Warm N2 is purging into the bowl. Cassette's warm to the touch. Wafers are completely dry. Now we have residual drops of water in the bowl. This is good. You don't want to have a bone dry bowl at the end of a recipe. Let's go down low. Warm N2 purging into the bowl. Cassette's warm to the touch, and we do have the residual droplets of water. Wafers are completely dry. So this was a successful demonstration that this tool is ready to ship and run in our customer's fab. We thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.